Hey everyone, this is Dan from the North Country Children's Museum, bringing you more science activities while you're on lockdown. It's a lot of fun. Now, I can't welcome you guys to class, but I can do a Y5, because it's a high five over the Wi-Fi, right? You don't have to laugh at it, but if you did laugh, thank you. Now, today our activity is going to be how lungs work, and we're going to make your own set of lungs. It's oddly fitting, given the current circumstances of understanding how your lungs work. But this is going to be a little model to help you understand how the diaphragm affects air pressure inside of your body, and also how your lungs fill up with air and then deflate. Inhale, exhale, fill up, and then deflate. Super cool. It's a super simple craft. We're going to jump right in. All right, in order to get started, here are the supplies you're going to need. A 2-liter bottle. You should have some of these lying around the house. You just need to take off the packaging. Clear is better, but if you have something green or blue or whatever other colors of plastic they have, that should work fine. From a toolkit, ideally you're going to want a couple different sizes of screwdrivers. We use multiple sizes just because what you're going to do with these is actually poke 2 holes through the top of the plastic on the cap, and it's surprisingly hard, so I recommend not starting off with a really thick one. Work your way up with little tiny screwdrivers. Pair of pliers, it'll make sense in the process. You're going to want 2 balloons. They can be different colors, same color, doesn't matter. These are going to represent the lungs themselves. You're going to need some latex or rubber gloves. Now, given the current circumstances, there's a good chance you or someone nearby will have some of these. You can also go to the store and buy them. Might be in short supply these days. You're going to need 2 straws. Now, I know straws aren't very good for the environment. Chances are you can get some that were going to be thrown away, or maybe you're recycling and holding on to them. That works great too. The bendy straws don't work too great, but that's all we have right now, so bear with us. Pair of scissors and something sharp like an X-Acto knife or another knife. And then you're going to want 2 rubber bands. All right? That's what you'll need. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're actually going to make it. Now that you've got the supplies, you're going to take the plastic bottle, and you can do what I do. You're going to want to make 2 holes with your smallest screwdriver. Now this is where you can get your parents to help you. I am kind of an adult, so I can do this myself, but you don't have to be a full adult. Just get your parents to help if you're a kid. Right? 2 holes, just like that. Not too close to each other. Give yourself some wiggle room. Hopefully, like one on one side of the plastic bottle or of the lid, and one farther on the other side, just because they're going to get bigger. I'm going to try and fast forward through this so you can see how it is slowly grown bigger and bigger. All right. So you should have 2 holes in the top of your plastic bottle that your straws should be able to fit through if you squeeze them. Now, this is where it gets a little difficult. You're going to take the cap off, and what you'll probably need to do is squeeze the straws just a little bit, put a little indent in there, because you want it to be a really tight fit. You're going to push it through, and then once you've got part of it through, oh no, it's kind of difficult to pull it through. Whatever will I do without pliers? Boom. That's why you need them. Do the same thing with the other straw. I'll fast forward here. Okay, so you should have your straws through this. Now, what we're going to do, take your balloons and your rubber bands. You're going to put 1 balloon over one of the straws. You're going to take a rubber band and you're going to tighten it. hold in place. All right, I'll fast forward through this. Good enough? Good enough on one. Same thing on the other side. All right, so these are not very healthy looking lungs, but you can test them really easily. Breathe in, breathe out, right? Use your lungs to try and get these to simulate what is happening inside of your body. All right, so now you've got the beginnings of your lungs. Now we got to make your chest cavity, and this is where your diaphragm is. Your diaphragm is right down here, and it's going to be made out of this stretchy glove. What I did to get this to work, I cut off the tough seal on the outer edge. You don't have to, but it'll make stretching the glove over the bottom of this much easier. So, just like that. Now, you're going to cut off the bottom of your water bottle, or your plastic bottle, right? This is where the knife or X-Acto knife comes in. I like to make the initial cut with this and then go around with scissors. So I'll fast forward through this. Boom, here we go. Still got a little bit of water in it. All right, so now you should have your chest cavity. You're gonna add on your diaphragm. This, you can get it to stand upright for you. A little difficult without help, but if you're parents at home, you should have a couple little free hands around you. Someone to hold this, and then you're gonna stretch the glove over the bottom. It's gonna wobble around a bit. That's perfectly fine, unless you have someone holding it. But your goal, try not to pull it down too tightly with too much force, because you might rip the rubber. Now, what we're gonna do, next step, you're gonna squeeze this set of lungs down in. It's a little difficult, so let's see if you can do it easier than I can. There you go. Let's see if it works. All right, let's see if it works this time. It does. All right, it works now. So, what's going on in here? Well, when I push up, the air inside of this container, which represents your chest cavity, is compressed. There's no real place for the air to go, so what's going on in this? When I push up, the air inside of this container is compressed. There's no real place for it to go, assuming you've made a tight seal up here, and the straws only barely fit through. When I push up, the air is compressed, and the lungs are forced to expel all of the air inside of them. When I pull down, the volume inside of this container becomes greater, and that causes the air to expand. There is less air pressure inside, which pulls in air through these straws because the balloons, your lungs, are more elastic, so they will get filled up with air by drawing in from the outside. That's what happens when you breathe in. Your diaphragm lowers, and that creates less pressure inside. Air goes in through your mouth, through your throat, down into your lungs, and then your diaphragm relaxes, it goes back up, and that increases the pressure inside of your chest cavity, which pushes the air out of your lungs. So it's a constant inhale, exhale going on in your body. Hope you guys enjoyed this craft. Make sure that you stay safe out there. Everyone, have a good day. I'll see you guys hopefully next week with another video.